today, to jumpstart our life, we have an educationist today. She's a Toastmaster. When I think about this Toastmaster, I can get this song in my mind. Do you know what it is? Bom 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 bom, Bombay Mary Hair. Because she lives in Mumbai, and she says she is a proud teacher and an entrepreneur who runs a virtual successful academy called Active Kids, where she teaches and develops kids in creative writing and public speaking. She is a Toastmaster for more than 5 years, and she is her first club is Spice Toastmaster Club in Sharjah, UAE. I wonder how I did not meet you in Dubai, in Sharjah. And she has held several roles in Toastmaster, from secretary to other roles. And happy to welcome to conduct the session. Let's welcome Toastmaster Tarannum Sheikh.
Thank you so much. Am I audible, Toastmaster Charlene?
Yes.
Thank you so much for such a warm welcome, and good morning, one and all. It's such a pleasure to see the lovely ladies and a gentleman, I guess, here. So, Charlene, is this my time to start now? Or
yes.
All right.
Let me confirm the timings for the timer. This is a green signal at 15 minutes, amber signal at 17 minutes, and red card at 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I'll be the timer, so you can pin me. Or I will use spotlight me, right? Or the Zoom master?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Right. I hope I can start now. Yeah. All right, everyone. Hi, one and all. Good morning. We are here to start with the education session. But yes, mostly education sessions are considered to be very quiet. But I don't want to conduct it like that. I want to make it very, very interactive with you all. So yes, please talk and ask and question whenever you want to, so that the session becomes one of the memorable sessions for all of us. Right. So let me start with a big question. What do you think? What are some of the facts about table topics? Like something you feel it is true about table topics. Come on, show of hands. Yeah.
Many.
Yes, I can see raising her hand. Yes.
There is this nervousness and panic. I get panicky, and when like my thoughts fly away, like how birds fly off from the branch of a tree.
Okay, that is one fact. Can I have few more? Yes, Toastmaster Zakir.
Yeah, we are struggling for words to, to get some words and sentences. It's not coming at all. Yeah.
Absolutely right. Just like it just flies out of our head. Okay, can I get one more? Yes, Mahima.
Yeah, we usually wait for the first speaker to first speak and assess how difficult the topics are, and then take up the topic.
Yes, it is quite scary when you're getting picked first in the lot, right? And you can't gauge the intensity of the competition. Yes, of course. Okay, so yes, I have jotted down few of the facts which I feel are so true for all of us, right? So whether you are a new Toastmaster or seasoned Toastmaster, I'm sure you would all agree with this. Okay, so the first thing what the facts what I feel are so true about table topics is table topics should be entered in the Guinness Book of World Record for being the #1 phobia among people. Do you agree? Show fans. Okay, let's go to the second one. Table topics is exciting only for the table topic master and not for anyone else in the audience. So table topic master Zakir, I'm sure it was going to be exciting for you, but it's not exciting for us. Please understand that. And the third thing is table topics is one of the best ways to improve public speaking skills. Now, do you agree on this? Yeah, certainly, most certainly. Yes, it is difficult, it is challenging. but it is one of the best ways how you can improve on your public speaking skills and become a better communicator, right? So yes, we are here to learn from one another, right? So let's just start by asking you what exactly, I mean, share an experience of tackling a table topics which, you know, recently which you have done, or maybe something, you know, your first table topic experience. Come on, let's start. Anyone, show of hands. I need new faces coming now. Can we start with our president, Toastmaster Azma? Give us a little bit of your experience on table topics.
Table topics was the first thing I attended as not as a Toastmaster, but as a guest when I came to the club.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I was overconfident on that day. I thought, oh, I'll be able to nail it. But then when I actually went up, and of course, it was an in-person meeting. This was before the pandemic. And when I went up in the front and I picked up the topic, my fingers started shaking and I went blank. So I was overestimating myself. That was my first experience.
All right. Can we have one more? Sushma, what about you?
Yeah, I remember in my first table topic session, I was actually nervous and at a loss for words. Like there was no time for me to think, and it was like I didn't know what I was saying. There was no connection between my brain and my mouth. It was like that. So I was like, okay, time's running out. I have to say something. I didn't know what exactly I was saying. So a lot of nervousness there and a loss for words.
Right.
That's how I was.
Right. Right. I think I had the similar experience back in 2015 in Dubai when I attended this trial meeting. And again, I was the first one to be called, I don't know why, to speak for table topics. And I gave such a such a poor performance that I did not go back to that club or to Toastmasters for 2 years, thinking that it is going to be like this. It is going to be like this. And this is not my cup of tea. For 2 years, I did not look back. But there was something which was tingling inside that this is the right thing. This is the right platform for me to improve on my communication and confidence. And that's when I joined that club where I was a guest first, and I wanted to, you know, give it my best. So yes, everyone has their own little stories. And let me tell you, it is difficult at the start, but there are some ways how we can make it an organic process for us to become better at table topics. So I'm here to share from my experience, okay, for past 5 years, from my mentors and from my members, how we can improve on our table topics, right? And I hope it helped me to get better. I'm sure it's going to help you too, right? So let me start with that first. So there are some ways how we can make it easy and at the same time fun for you all. So I call it the 5 ways to add spark to our talk, right? So these are some of the ways. So how you can mark an impression in that 2 minutes which you get, or maximum 2 minutes what you get to nail a topic, right? So there are some 5 things which I have put in together to help you out. Yeah, so you can stop me and ask me anything. You don't have to wait for the last thing to come to ask questions. And we can take questions in between, right? And like I said, let's make it interactive. Okay, so the first, there are 5 Ks which I have put together for you all. Okay, so let's start with the first one. The first one which I have picked is key in the keywords. Very simple to understand. Key in the keywords. You get any topic on this earth. It's easy if you pick on a keyword from that topic and you start talking about that. Suppose the topic is things that make you happy. Okay, things that make you happy. Now here, the keyword would be, anyone? Think of it, very easy.
Happy.
Happy, certainly, yes, happy. You pick on the word happy, and when you're going to start to create your speech, the first thing which comes to your mind about the word happy could be, what does happiness mean to you? Or could be a quote on happiness, which is your favorite, which you just, if it comes to your mind, certainly it doesn't come to your mind at that point. But if it comes to your mind, talk about it. Let's take the other situation. You don't remember the quote also. You don't remember the definition. What is your definition? Just talk about what are the simple, ways of making things, what are the simple things you can do which makes you happy, right? Now, again, you don't have to give a list of 10 things which makes you happy. Pick out on 3. Okay, the secret to 3. Pick out on 3 things which makes you happy. Okay, so that is one of the ways how you can start table topics conversation, which is start with the first key, with the keyword which comes to your mind. Okay, so let's say things which makes you happy is the topic. So you start with, what is happiness to you? So happiness is something, happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. Maybe that is the quote which comes to my mind now. Yeah, and then I start talking about how thoughts are important to make ourselves happy, like thinking positive, right? Surrounding with the right people, reading makes me happy. So these are the things which comes to my mind. I'm going to elaborate on it, right? So you're not going to list down 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm going to elaborate on it, right? That brings me to the next point, which is, what do I do after I get the keyword in my mind? I try and kick in the story. The second K for today is kick in the story. Let me tell you, it's going to be difficult in the start to get the right story in the mind. But believe me, even if it's a small anecdote about your life, about how happiness changed your life, about how being happy made you feel, about how smiling more made others happy and that made you happy, it's going to change the whole, your speech content. So instead of talking about random things about happiness, you could pick on one event. Suppose your child, okay, the first time she uttered the word mama, okay, that is the moment which is very, very memorable to you. In that case, you don't have to mention things which made you happy. You're talking about one particular situation, which is when your daughter uttered her first word, which was ma or mama, and that is most memorable to you, which makes you happy even now. You can talk about that one thing, that one story, which is going to stay with everybody. Am I right? So at that point, don't struggle and think, oh my God, what are the other things that makes me happy? I don't have to bother. I know this one story, okay, which is so dear to me. I'm going to tell that. And that is with my child, right? So that is the second thing, which is kick in the story. Try and put little anecdotes of your life, about your experiences, okay, about your profession, okay, about why didn't you give up at that situation? You're bringing out that story in you, right? So that is going to give you a lot of time to talk. You will not struggle with talking. Like some said, I don't remember what to speak, because we are talking about generic things. If you talk about your experience and your story, you won't struggle because you have lived it, right? So you automatically are going to know how to express it. That is the way story will help you, will save you from drowning. It did to me, right? Okay, so that is the second thing. The first thing was key in the keywords. The second is kick in the question, kicking the story. Yeah, let's go to the third one. Okay, the third one is 6 kind men. The K is the kind. Okay, the 6 kind men. Now, can you guess what are these 6 kind men I'm talking about? I'm not talking about any men. I mean,
how, when, why, what, where.
Absolutely, Amita. Who, what, where, when, and why, and how. Now here, I'd like to ask, I'm sure you all have attended so many table topics. Have you ever used this technique of 6 kind men? And I mean, how did it help you? Anyone from the audience? Yeah, Charlene.
I know this technique, but when it comes to
You're not audible.
Yeah, am I audible
Yes,
now?
yes.
I knew these tricks, but I've not used it because when I go there, it is to remember these
Correct.
words only takes time.
Absolutely, it happens. Anyone else? What about Toastmaster Meera? 6 kind men. You ever tried? I mean, applying it in your speech?
I've not tried as such with 6
Okay.
kind men.
Okay.
But I get butterflies when I go for table topics.
Okay.
And I normally don't attempt. I hardly attempt. I'm still scared.
Okay.
I'm still scared.
Thank you so much for being so honest. We are all in the same boat. Okay. So yes, so 6 kind men. people, it's very easy. You don't have to apply all 6 and remember, okay, I did when, I did why, now I did who. You don't have to remember that. But the 6 kind men is an easy technique to tackle any topic. Okay, let's say the topic is your favorite holiday destination. Okay, that's a topic. Okay, here you can either tell a story of your favorite holiday place you went, or you can talk about where you went, when you went, why you went, how you went. Here they just want you to express your way, I mean your proficiency in language by telling what are the 5 what are the way how, I mean, which is your favorite holiday destination, right? So suppose I say, okay, when I went, so I'm going to say, yes, it was back in 2015 when I first landed in Dubai. This place seemed very different to me. Okay, why I went, it was that was the first time when I went for, because I got a job offer. Now here I'm trying to weave a story around it by using the W's and 1 H. We also call it 5 W's and 1 H, right? So whenever you are struggling to say it, you can answer these questions. Why, when, how, okay, who. This is going to save you. You will not be blank. You know, this is like a cushion for you to speak something rather than saying nothing. Try and make a story. I mean, try and answer these questions in your mind, right? Use it. It is going to help you, and it is going to be impactful as well, because you will not struggle for words, because you'll automatically know that I have to answer these questions, right? So now that is the third K which I wanted to share. Let's go to the next one, which is the structure. Now again, anything in Toastmasters, whether it's a prepared speech, international speech, or even a debate speech, we need a structure. You know, there is a flow to your speech. Is there any structure you are aware of? I'd like to stop and ask a question. Any structure which you kind of use it in your table topic speech, or any other structure you are aware of, even if you have made it? Yes, Toastmaster Meera.
Opening, body, and conclusion.
Absolutely right, ma'am. The opening, okay, the middle or the content, the main body, and the closing. Yes, certainly. Table topics also entails a structure, a very simple structure. Your opening, okay, your main body, and your ending. Now again, opening is simple. You are definitely coming in, you're starting with greetings, with a smile, then you're going to repeat. Some people prefer to repeat the topic, what the Toastmaster table topic master has given it to you. Okay, that is fine. You can do that. Okay, then give your opinion. Your opening is your opinion, right? That what do you think about this topic? Okay, let's take the topic is happiness is a choice. Okay, now here you're going to say, yeah, happiness is a choice, and I certainly agree with it. And then you're going to, in your main body, you're going to tell the first point, why happiness is a choice. Second point, third point. Stick to 3 points. That is fine for 2 minutes, 3 minutes of time what you get. Okay, and then, and in the ending, you're going to sum up. You're going to bring it to a close. Some people, they just say, okay, this is what I think, and they leave. Instead, I would say, when you end your table topics, tie back to what you said in the first thing. Yes, so you can definitely say, to sum up, I'd like to say that happiness is a choice, because happiness is the feeling, you know, and you are in charge of your happiness. So you're ending it with something punchy. I call it punchy ending, rather than leaving the stage abruptly. Give it a punchy ending. You can tie back to what you already said in the starting. Okay, so maybe a quote which you started with, you want to end it back with the same quote. That gives your story of your table topic speech a structure. Okay, so what Toastmaster Meera said, that is one structure. There's one more structure which I normally use, which is FAT method. Okay, now FAT method is first F. FAT is an acronym for feel, express your feeling about topic. The same thing, your opinion about the topic. What do you think? So yesterday I attended a club contest. I was a contestant, and I was given the topic, you see in the world what you carry in your heart. Kind of difficult. Yeah. So you see in the world, I've written it down. You see in the world what you carry in your heart. So I picked on my opinion, what I think about what I see in the world. That is the keyword for me, world. Then I started talking about what I see in the world. I see negativity, I see positivity, I see love, I see care, I see, positive people. This is what I felt, so I spoke about that. Now, A is your anecdote. Anecdote is nothing but a story. If you have a story, if you don't have a story, you can mention few points, but it's always advisable you have a little bit of, on your for you from your experience, what you have felt about the thing. So what I spoke was, definitely I couldn't think of a story at that point. So I talked about how world should be a beautiful place, and how everyone can contribute to making this world a better place. So that's what I spoke about in my main body. Now, in the ending, now again, I wanted to leave the stage with a bang, right? So what did I do? I ended by coming back that why, how when we carry, how when what do we see in the world? So if we are going to have positivity inside us, we will meet positive people. If we are going to have, if you want to give love to people, we are going to connect with people who are nice and who are, jovial. So definitely what is inside of us will reflect outside. I ended like that. So what I did is I went back to the topic again, right? So that is a simple structure which kind of completes the circle. You start with opinion, you give your little insights, then you go back to the same thing again. That completes the circle. Okay, that is the 4th K for you all. Next one is, yes, you all know that. Keep doing table topics. Yes, it scares us to death, but that is one way how we learn. So don't miss an opportunity when you go to any other club. Okay, that is one way I learned. And thanks to pandemic, that everything is virtual. So you can connect with one meeting, you can stay connected with 3 meetings at one point. Right? So yes, so we just barge in, like someone said, I just barged in. Yes, you can just go in, take a table topic, speak about it, and get the experience of it. Reflect on your experience. What did I do good today? Did I fumble on my words? Was my expression great? Did I use hand gestures? Right? Was my speech, a message to the audience? So these things, if you reflect upon, you are certainly going to become a better speaker. And that fear which tingles in your tummy is going to slowly die down. You will never fear that speaking. Maybe you'll still learn the speech a pattern, but you will not have that fear. You will not be blank. That will only help if you keep doing table topics again and again in your club context and outside. Yes, I know it's time, so I'm just going to end with a few more what we can do before delivering the table topic speech. Just very important, I felt, is don't panic. Right, the moment you go on stage, this is what my mentors told me. The moment you go on stage, don't start talking about it. You heard the topic, right? You have 10 seconds to think, register, then say the first sentence. So hold on. There's no hurry. Think, let the table topic master settle down. Then 10 seconds, think. With the first gesture, you start, right? So you have 10 seconds to, mentally prepare yourself for the topic. The second thing is, listen to the topic carefully. Very important. Sometimes, the topic is saying something else, we are talking about something else. That is not going to help you anywhere in the journey. So listen to the topic carefully, very attentively. 10 seconds, register that, then go on with the first idea which comes to your mind. That's my third point. The first idea which comes to your mind. Don't wait for a bigger idea to come in your mind. It will never come. First idea comes to your mind. Happiness. What is, how I can do it, what I can do about it. Then you structure with the second point, then you go with the third point. But the first idea which comes to your mind is the strongest one. Take hold of it, start talking about it. And the last one is my favorite, be eccentric. Now here, I would say, sometimes if you want to give yourself a little boost, okay, you get a topic which, you can either agree or disagree. Most table topic winners, okay, even I'm learning that technique now, is you disagree with the topic. So I got a topic in one of the area level contests 2 years back, was honesty is the best policy. And I was put in the spot, honesty is the best policy, but I went eccentric. I went and said, honesty is not the best policy. That is one way to grab the attention of judges, of the audience, and say, honesty is not the best policy. Okay, so this is one of the technique which you can build up in your mind, that yes, I can disagree with it, right? There was one more topic: silence is the answer for all questions. So then I went, then one of the table topics speaker went and said, no, silence does not have all answers. Silence does not mean that you are strong. Okay, sometimes speaking up is helpful. So you can always take a stand which you feel most of them have not thought of. So this is the way you can give yourself a boost of in terms of speaking, right? So these are some of the things which you can think of before you deliver a speech. Is don't panic. Okay, listen to the topic carefully, 10 seconds, register, mentally prepare, go with the first idea, and then choose the stand. Go with the opposite, go the reverse side. If people are running this side, you are going the other side. You stand chance to win, right? So these are some of the techniques which I felt was helpful. It was helpful for me. I'm sure it would help you as well. I can stop and take, I just need 10 seconds. Any questions, I can take those questions and I can move, and then I can hand it over to the Toastmaster. Yeah, Mahima.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Tarannum, for that education session. I have one question.
Yes.
What if there is some topic which we cannot relate to at all? Like, we don't know what to say. We don't have any experience, right? Like, for example, I came across a topic where I had to speak on my favorite series, but I don't really watch much of, series.
Correct.
So I didn't know what to say. I was just blank there. So
right.
What could you say about that?
Right, Mahima. It happens a lot of times that we get such topics. So in that case, your favorite web series or favorite series which you see on whatever television, if you don't have a particular name which you remember, you can always talk about how is the web series impacting everyone. You can say that, well, I am not a big fan of web series because I feel reading gives me more education than anything else. So I spend most of my time reading books which are going to help me, okay, and watch something which is going to help me as a Toastmaster. Okay, so you can always throw the question and say, don't you think that utilizing the time in the right way is important? Right? Of course, entertainment is one side of it, but to the other side, it's important how you utilize your time. So what are you doing here? You're taking a stand that it's fine, I don't watch series, but I have something else as a source to occupy my time. Okay, and it is helping me. So you are actually giving a message to the audience. It may get as one of the best table topics also. So never mind, it happens. For me, one of the topics was ecology. I'm not a science student, and I was dumbfounded. What should I say? I talked about how you can save the environment. It was fine. I didn't know about ecology so much. I talked about environment in that place. Okay, so that's how you can do it. I think it's time. Yeah.
I have one question.
Yes.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. One of the table topic session when there were many people in the audience.
Yeah.
And I was called, and I'm not at all comfortable.
Yeah.
The topic that was given by the table topic master, I did not understand at all. I didn't understand. I asked him to repeat, and then finally he had to give me another topic. And that was so embarrassing because some phrase he had picked up from somewhere.
Right.
It was so difficult. I didn't understand. And after the session, people asked me, what was that topic? Because nobody understood what the topic was.
Right. So I think, so there it's really not your fault. Probably some of the, maybe from his mindset, it's an easy one, but definitely it's not relatable. So yes, it may happen like that, but it's a very rare chance, Toastmaster Amita, that you will have such eccentric people giving you such topics, right? So otherwise, you just listen to the question, to the topic carefully and take at least one word and talk about that. That is fine. Just one word you can talk about it, or anything which is you feel it is relevant to you, or which will be able to you can give a message to people in the audience using that topic. Right? So you don't have to be accurate in facts, in information. Nobody is going to test your facts and information there. They're just testing your communication skills, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think I need to sign off. I've already exceeded the time. TM Azma is looking at me and frowning at me. So before that, I'd
No,
like
not
to
at all.
and thank you so much, everyone. You were a lovely audience, and I'm there in the meeting for another half an hour. So you can, if you have any question, please post it in the chat, and I would love to answer them all. Thank you, everyone. Over to our lovely TMOD Toastmaster Charlene. Thank you.
Charlene, you're on mute.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarannum Sheikh. Such a fearful topic. You have made us fearless. Don't you think, Toastmasters and guests? Please show thumbs up. Yes. Personally, it was very helpful for me and very useful for all our members. I believe definitely it is very useful for all our members. And as a token of appreciation, here is we are presenting this certificate for you.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you so much.
And we are happy and that we are able to reach you, and you are able to give such a wonderful session for us. Thank you so much once again.